Hello and welcome to Heliotrope Wines. I'm Daniel McKeever and this is the wine of the week. This is Mas Lavelle's Terre d'Ardois Carignan Vieille Vigne. So, Old Vine Carignan from the Côte Catalan, Vin de Paille, but we'll see. So this is the 2007 vintage, which was pretty fantastic in the south of France and in the Côte d'Rhône and Burgundy. Appears it's not so great for Bordeaux. So the color of this wine, it's got a garnet core with fading to a ruby pinkish edge. Slightly watery meniscus. Tears are kind of medium to form and fall, indicating a medium-bodied wine. I don't really see any. There's a little bit of staining in the tears, but not much. So medium skin, great, not really thick. The nose is clean and pure. It's youthful. There are no flaws. There's a wild strawberry, black cherry, kind of rosemary tone to it. There's a liquid smoke, a hint of vanilla, indicating some oak aging, possibly. There's like a red rose and a bit of cured meat. I'm not quite sure if it's bacon, but it's maybe in the bacon family. Prosciutto, maybe. The palate is clean. There are no flaws. It's youthful in character, but kind of has some wisdom. I mean, there's the fruit is bright and almost candied to begin with up front, but then it goes into some dried tones, which are kind of reminiscent of Amarone, but there's no way that they're drying these on wicker mats and for months and then pressing them when they're raisins. But it does have a little bit of that raisin-like quality to it, which is just really indicative of the old vines. People use the term vieille vigne a lot, and it doesn't necessarily mean a whole lot because it will especially, both in the New World and in the Old World, just because they don't really have a set parameters to what that means. So when you see Old Vine Zinfandel and it's Old Vine, maybe it's 25 years old, and that's pretty old for a vine, but when you compare it to vines that are 100 years old and give out a tenth of the yields that the quote-unquote old vines do, it does make a difference. So, the older the vines get, the more they take on this kind of characteristic where they get all of this personality, and that's manifesting itself in this kind of dried cranberry tone. So, back to it. Alright, so there's the wild strawberry, there's black cherry tone, there's that dried cranberry thing, little hint of rosemary, a little bit of pancetta, there's a touch of cinnamon, some kind of rose hip. The tannins are very subtle on this. They kind of come from the back and work their way just to touch the front of the palate. So it's like if they're using any wood, it's probably neutral or it's older, or doing partially in stainless steel and then finishing it off in wood. I'm not exactly sure. The acidity I'd say is medium to medium plus. The alcohol is moderate. This wine is balanced. It's beautiful. It really is making me want to go get a piece of bacon and serve that up with it. I'd say it's medium to medium plus embodied. The finish is medium plus. It's pretty complex for an inexpensive wine. This is all of $11.25 at a good wine shop. In fact, this wine is brought in by Robert Catcher, Robert Catcher Selections. Bobby Catcher basically pairs up with one retailer in each city. So usually it's one of the better, if not the best retailer in town is going to have this. I got this bottle myself over at the Austin Wine Merchant, and I highly recommend it. For Heliotrope Wines, I'm Daniel McKeever, and helping you to see wine in a whole new light.